President, Group Planning and Global Center for Leadership
is being recorded.
at Aditya Birla Groups. Mr. Manish Punjabi is an experienced Mr. Manish Punjabi is an experienced learning and development leader with a unique blend of experience in L&D. He has a strong knowledge and experience in instructional design, facilitation, and adult learning principles. Sir, we are delighted to have you on board for the very first Pulse session of 2022-2023. Before we get started, I would like to introduce our principal, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, who has expertise, has always been our guiding light. Unfortunately, Pooja ma'am has some last-minute emergency and could not join us today. I would now like to introduce Dr. Naveen Punjabi, the Vice Principal of HR College and Director of the Placement Cell. All of us know him as a very enterprising and enthusiastic mentor with the vision to ignite minds and awaken hearts. Unfortunately, Naveen sir had some last-minute emergency and could not join us today. The topic of today's Pulse session is LinkedIn networking. Sir, I would now request you to address the students present in the meeting with your insightful session.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for unmuting me, Khushi, and providing me with this opportunity to connect with the young minds, the upcoming leaders of tomorrow. A big thanks to HR College, a big thanks to HSNC board, a big thanks to the placement cell, to Pooja ma'am, to Naveen sir, for giving me this opportunity with interacting with all of you young minds. And I must, first of all, I think congratulate each one of you. I think more than 100 of you on a Sunday morning have joined in to listen to a Pulse session. That shows that, you know, there is some energy in all of you. There is some thirst or hunger to do something good, to grow in life. And that's a great thing to have. So a big round of applause for each one of you who's present over here, who's taken out time, which also puts a little bit of pressure on me to ensure that I make the most of your time. If you are investing 1 hour, there should be at least a few things that you take back. And my promise is that I am going to try my level best to ensure that you get something which you take back, you apply, and you benefit from in your life. I can see a few of you have turned on your camera. I can see Khushi, I can see Rinki, I can see Chinmay. I would appreciate those. I can see Sneha, Mudit. Those of you who have a good bandwidth, it will be great if you can turn on your camera. Great to look at each other. I am going to try and keep the session interactive. So wherever possible, please use the chat box to interact with me. And if Khushi and the placement team permit, you can raise your hand and they may also unmute you to interact during the session when I ask a few questions. Khushi, you will have to enable for me to share my screen so that I can share the presentation and begin with the session.
Sure, sir. Just a minute.
So while Khushi
Yes.
Khushi has provided me, by the time I upload my screen and it's visible to all of you, let's start off with today's topic, which is professional networking. And I understand that most of us in today's session are from the TY team. That's the third year, which means you're going to step into the corporate world, which means professionally, you're going to start your career, you're going to do something great, whether it is as part of the corporate world or whether it is a startup or whether it is joining your own family business. All of them require professional networking. I'm going to touch upon that while we move forward. And this session is going to address all types of individuals, whether you are starting something of your own, joining some business or joining a corporate team. Now, I know COVID is slightly old. That was 2019. Today we are in 2020. So look at it as COVID as danger. I'm sure you all have done macroeconomic, you've done pestle analysis. COVID is an environment changer. It changed the way work is done. It changed the way we live our lives. It changed and gave us some troubles and many opportunities. One of those opportunities is this session happening on a virtual mode. In the past, it was very rare for it to happen in the virtual mode. COVID was one change that happened. You all know that practically in life, there are many such changes that happen. Now, as far as your placements are concerned, as far as your careers and your work is concerned, previously the students thought as if, there is a Swayamvar going on and there will be a line of companies, 1, 2, 3, 4 coming, interviewing, and, we will have 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 offers, and the students will get to choose a Swayamvar. Which organization do I become a part of? For some lucky students, this still is possible. But given the environment, and you don't know how quick the environment changes, this is a thing of the past. The future now is where a student proactively figures out which companies have good opportunities, connects, and gets things done even before the placement season begins. And if he or she does not get himself placed, he or she at least has the opportunity to get oneself visible to these recruiters. Now, how can you connect to the source of this offer letter? If you don't have to wait for a Swayamvar, if you don't have to wait for the placement team to get 20 companies and get interviewed, if you had to proactively reach out to the source of offer letters, where do you think is that source? So you guys can use the chat box. I will also simultaneously toggle the screen, look at the chat box. I can see some answers coming in. I see Satyam saying LinkedIn. Okay, what about others? What do you guys feel? Aditi says email. Yes, you can email. Yes, Satyam, you can leverage LinkedIn. May I request some more of us to think about what could be the source of offer letters and share it on chat? You all know how to access the chat functionality is what I assume. I can see Chinmay, Pranjal, Sakshi who are online. Feel free to share your answers. All right. I see Mudis saying connections, Jigyasa saying networks, Satyam saying referrals. Okay. Great. So technically, I think each one of you is correct. These are all sources of offer letter. However, with time, I think one source which has become more and more relevant, one source where there's a very high probability of recruiters being there, is the source that one of you mentioned, which is LinkedIn. Now, you would be surprised to know that talent acquisition heads or recruiters or recruiting agencies are present on LinkedIn. And even before the interview begins, they have a perception about the candidate that they are meeting. And how do they have that perception? The world of social media, LinkedIn provides you so much of insight onto the candidate, his past, his experience, his or her learnings, his or her achievements. So LinkedIn is becoming that source of offer letter. It has, to a great extent, if you even look at today's topic, my first slide said professional networking, but the email that you guys have received says LinkedIn networking. Professional networking now is synonymous with LinkedIn networking. So if this is the source, and I think many of us are aware that this is the source, question is, how do you connect to the source? What are the ways through which you can connect to these recruiters? What can you do on LinkedIn? Now, before we dive into that, I have a question for you. And I assume all of you are tech savvy, all of you have your mobile phones in your hand over and above the laptop from which you might have signed in. On your mobile phones, open up your browser and click on and type www.menti.com. That's www.menti.com. What I'm doing is I'm also putting this on chat, www.menti.com, so that you can click on it or copy paste it. As soon as you go to menti.com, it asks for a passcode. And I want you to answer this question on menti.com. How active are you on LinkedIn? I've given a few options. The passcode is 54304928. As soon as you put in this passcode, it will give you the opportunity to enter your answer. Let's see the TY students of HR College batch 2022. How active are we on LinkedIn? So I'm going to wait for a few seconds for all of you to log in on www.menti.com. I can see almost 50 of you have already logged in. You guys have keyed in your response. That's great. And I'm waiting for more responses to come in. And while those responses come in, I am going to toggle my screen and let you see the responses. I think it's good for you to see what your friends are saying. 4% of almost 80 odd who have responded say have not created an account on LinkedIn. Almost 19-20% say they are not active. 32% say they are active few times in a month. 40% say they are active few times in a year, in a week, and only 2% say that they are content contributors on LinkedIn. So the trend that I'm seeing is a 40-60 trend. I would say around 40% being active on a weekly basis, few times in a week, versus almost 60% who are not so active. 30% of them active few times a month, and almost 25-26%, I would say, not active, not existing on LinkedIn. Imagine if you were not existing on Instagram, कैसा feel होगा? Khushi, if it is possible to allow participants to unmute and speak, I think we have a mature audience. My assumption is that, those who are not speaking will keep themselves on mute. They will speak only when it is relevant. So I would appreciate if, we can give them an opportunity that when I ask a question, they can unmute and connect. Is that possible? Khushi, can I get a quick confirmation? Yes or no?
Yeah, sure. We'll do that, sir.
Okay, guys, Khushi is trusting your maturity and giving you the power. Please, with great power comes great personality. All Spider-Man fans. So, quick question, one or two quick answers. You can unmute and share with me. In the meanwhile, others can continue to answer on menti.com. A quick question. Imagine if you were not existing on Facebook and Insta. How is life without that? Who would like to unmute and answer? Ria says a half life lived. That's the power of social media, right? It's almost feeling as if half the life is non-existential. Can I have any of the participants unmute themselves and answer?
Hi, sir. Ria this side. Absolute FOMO.
Absolute?
FOMO, fear of missing out on almost everything that's going on.
FOMO, missing out. Yes, absolute FOMO. So on similar grounds, if you are not there on LinkedIn, and I could see 5% not there and almost 20-25% as good as not there, aaj nahi to kal, that FOMO feeling is going to come, and the later you join, that FOMO feeling is going to be higher. And why do I say that? I think over the next 20-25 minutes, we will touch upon that. Thank you, Ria, for being so blunt and so clear with your answer. Now, before we dive deeper into LinkedIn and before we dive deeper into the world of professional networking, let's first understand what is the meaning of networking. So what, according to you guys, is networking?
To build connections.
Very good, build connections. Good answer. Who else would like to share? I'm a strong believer that मेरा जितना wisdom है ना, उतना या उससे ज़्यादा collectively all of you put together have it. So let's share that wisdom with each other. Can I have a few more of you to share what, according to you, is networking?
So may I?
Yes, Modit.
First of all, good morning, sir. Sir, I think networking is getting connected with people of your area of interest also. Like you have that authority to connect with people that matches your area of interest. So that's the networking.
Okay, yes, networking with people with your area of interest, great. So you can share and learn more in your area. Mausam,
And
Tanya, Pranjal. Yes, Mudit.
and of course connect with your seniors or the professionals above your age. So that's the power of networking.
Very good. Yes, seniors, professionals, power of networking. Great word, huh? Power. Thanks, Mudit. Who else would like to share? Can I have a couple of answers more? Yes, Shubham, you seem to be thinking. Bol do, socho mat. What, according to you guys, is networking? Simran, Pranjal, Tanya, Sakshi.
Yeah, I think networking is connecting with different people and learning different things from them, not only in the same area which we have interest, but also learning new and different things. So yeah.
Very good, very good. You're adding on to what Mudit said in the same area plus in other areas. Great.
Correct, yeah.
So, guys, if we look at the meaning of networking, the meaning of networking is it's the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional and social contacts. So focus on a few words. Connecting is what you guys mentioned, which is correct. How do you connect? You connect by interacting. Interacting could be a verbal interaction, it could be face-to-face interaction, it could be via chat, etc. So as the world grows, we see newer depths to the definition. The word interacting itself has so much of depth now. The word of exchange. Exchange previously was more in terms of information, and today we guys know exchange can be much more. Exchange could be in terms of opportunities, it could be in terms of help, it could be in terms of knowledge. Information is a much smaller thing versus knowledge versus wisdom, right? Today someone from your college, probably Kushi and the placement team, they networked, they reached out to a few people, they got us out here to share knowledge with you. So there is some kind of a exchange that is happening, correct? So networking is that interaction to exchange which develops your professional and your social contacts. So somewhere networking is also part of Insta, networking is also part of Facebook. So if you meet a beautiful girl or a handsome boy and you add that person on Insta, in a way that's networking, right? It's not professional networking, but you are enhancing your network of interesting people with whom you would like to connect. So a wider definition of networking could also include social contacts, not just professional contacts. Now, if we move forward on today's topic, and my question earlier to you was on LinkedIn, if you had to network, how, what exactly can you do? Let's try and get into that. So what I've done is, for your convenience, for your ease, I have used whatever experience I have and whatever experience I've gathered through my network on LinkedIn, the 7 strategies to expand your network and attract opportunities. Now, how many of us want to attract opportunities and expand our network? First, let me get a feeling. Are you guys interested in hearing these 7 strategies? If yes, on chat or on by unmuting yourself, give me a yes, or you can put a thumbs up on Zoom itself. Okay, I see a few yeses coming in. Sir mat dalo yaar, you can call me Manish. Yes, 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 very good. Make me feel a little younger. I'm interacting to a good young audience. Okay, somebody has unmuted and is wanting to speak. I can't hear you. Okay, so I see quite a few yeses that have come in. Great. Your expectation obviously was yes, but this also gives me a quick view of who all are online and how many of you are really listening to me. Very good to see that, a good chunk are listening and sharing. We had almost 112 plus guys responding on the Mentimeter survey. Moving on. So since you all are wanting to hear, let me start off. Firstly, on LinkedIn, there is an opportunity that, where people are sharing. Can I go and click a like on the post? So let me do one thing. My screen is not shared. Is it? Can someone confirm to me whether my screen is shared or no?
Yes,
Sir.
yes,
Shared.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now has my screen changed to a web browser?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Very good. So what we see over here is I'm doing a live demo for you. This is my LinkedIn. As soon as I come on home, this is what I can see. I can see some Mr. Anurag Srivastava has shared some posts. I can see Mumbai HR. There is some posts. All right, let's come down. Someone has shared a photograph. I'm trying to find something of interest for myself. Prakash says the importance of being present. A nice, interesting quotation. All right. So if you see over here, someone named Tarun Sharma, he has completed some course on Microsoft Word. You see this like button over here? Very similar to how you have on other social media elements, a button through which you can have a quick like or a quick thumbs up to people. So my friend over here says you can either keep spending your time watching Big Boss or you can keep working hard and become a big boss. All right, I think I like this. The choice is yours. So I give a like, right? Very easy. This is the first thing and the easiest thing that you can do on LinkedIn. All you need is a LinkedIn account. And for each one of us, those who don't have a LinkedIn account, my request is today itself, go ahead, log on to LinkedIn. You can use your Google to sign in, create a LinkedIn account, add a few people, and you will be able to, see their content, see their post, whatever you like, just click on the like button. It is as simple as that. It's no rocket science. It's as intuitive if you're on Facebook or if you're on Instagram. I think you're going to enjoy LinkedIn and you're going to find it very easy. Moving on to the second strategy, follow. Now, what happens is a lot of times young professionals think twice on this is some famous personality, this is some CEO, some director, some head of HR. Should I, add the person, not add the person, talk with the person, not talk? Is the person open, not open? So let's say Mr. Gopal A. Iyer. You see over here, it's mentioned second. That means he's not directly connected to me, but he's indirectly connected to me. How is he indirectly connected? Probably he's connected with someone named Pankaj Rai, whom I already know, who has liked this post, and his name is visible to me. Now, do you see the button follow over here? If I click on this follow, I start seeing content of Mr. Gopal Iyer. It's as simple as that. Did I have to use my brain? Did I have to be a very smart person to be on LinkedIn? Not as of now. It is as easy as Instagram, as intuitive as Instagram. Now, moving on to the third one, connect. Let's say I go on LinkedIn, I know a few people and I would want to connect to them. How do I do that? So let's look at Mr. Gopal here. I don't know the person. I started following, but I wanted to connect. So if I come on more, you guys can see the connect button over here. Can I have a confirmation? Is my screen visible? Can you see the connect button? Yeah, I see a yes sir from Vipasha.
Yes, sir.
All right. So all I need to do is connect. I have an option to add a note. If I go on add a note, I can say hi. Looking forward to connecting, exchanging thoughts and ideas. Regards, Manish Punjabi. I need not add a note, but it is better to add a note because the moment you add a note, the other person has an extra message that goes, which he or she will read it. Right now, I have kept a very simple generic one because I don't want to waste your time. Otherwise, it would have been something about the article that I read and I would say, oh, you know what, I read that. I thought that was interesting and I would love to connect with you. And then hit the send button. As simple, you need not even add a note, but adding a note gives a little more authenticity to the connection. The other person finds more value in connecting with you. So easy things. Being on LinkedIn is like being on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. Moving on to the fourth one. So the fourth item that you see is comment. Now, this is where there is a little bit of thought that one will have to start using. Moment you are commenting, obviously, you are thinking on what to write, why to write, you're reading, you're engaging at a higher level. The good part about connecting, who's going to tell me what's the good part about when you are commenting? That's a better way to connect. So who would want to unmute and share that? Why is it a better way to connect? So I'm waiting. Who would like to put some thought on this and answer? All right, guys.
So can
Waiting
I?
for... Yes, you may.
So you can share your thoughts and your ideas, and it shows more about your personality more than your profile. So it is a insight more into you.
May I know the name of the person who shared this? Sorry, I cannot see it on screen.
Sunita Mistry.
Sunita Mistry, amazing answer. You're absolutely bang on. I think that's a great answer you've given. I didn't have to even go for a second answer. It's the opportunity to showcase yourself, your personality, your thought process. Imagine the person already has an insight into your smartness if you have shared something smart. So that's a great opportunity. And yes, hence you should read, you should understand, and you should comment. So let's have a quick demo. I'm not sure if I'll comment right now, because if I comment on anything, I would want it to be smart. Like Miss Mistry said, it's a showcase of your personality, and I would want my best personality to be showcased. Let's see if we look at this post only. It was a great pleasure to host Honorable External Affairs Minister. Okay, he's talking about someone he's hosted. I'll have to read too much to answer, so not right now. Okay, should you target management consulting? Not so interesting for me. This weekend we celebrate top performers of Lenovo. All right, someone's done something good. They are celebrating. See, people are also talking about fun at work. Work is not only work, work is a lot of fun. So if I go over here on comment, you can all see the comment box. I'm not going to send the comment, but I'll at least type and show. This looks interesting. Why I'm writing and showing it, I'm giving you some tips and some tricks. Moment you put @ it gives you an opportunity, if you look over here, to put the person who has written or tag anyone else. So all of us who have been on Facebook, who have been on Insta, you know how to tag. This is how you tag on LinkedIn. You see Amar Babu is in bold. Let's say if I go, I tag Dr. Naveen Punjabi. Dr. Naveen Punjabi is also in bold. Let's say if I go and add Dr. Pooja. Now I feel this is relevant for Dr. Naveen and Dr. Pooja, so I've added both their names and I hit a post. A ping goes to them that this post has been shared with you and they will read. Also, what happens is many people on Dr. Naveen Punjabi's network, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani's network will start seeing this post and my comment. So I'm also sharing with you how the backend of LinkedIn works so that your name is more visible. The more your name is visible on LinkedIn for good things, obviously, that is where people will start looking at you as a thought leader. People will start looking at you as an interesting personality and will have more confidence. Recruiters, clients, for those of you who are looking at startups, partners, they will all look at you over there and feel that, boss, this is someone I want to connect with. I'm not hitting this a send button because I've not thought of what I've written. I've just typed something random, but I thought I'll just show you. You need to just type something and hit the post button. It's as simple as this. You also have options to put some smileys. You can also add some images, etc. So not adding all of that, you can add some GIF, but giving you a live quick demo of how do you do that. Moving back to my presentation, the fifth strategy. Now you're moving to higher levels is share. Now how share works is, let's say if I like a certain post, I can share it. I can repost it, or I can share my thoughts. So I can create a new post with the post of Amar attached, and I can share it with my network. Reposts instantly bring Amar's post to other feeds. So it will ensure that Amar's post is also as part of my post without any thoughts or comments, but my network kind of looks at it. So if I find something interesting for my network, I can share it. Networking is about sharing. The more you share and the more relevant stuff you share, the more do people find you as relevant, because they see that, oh, I'm benefiting from XYZ person. So I'm not going to go ahead and share this post, but just give you a quick glimpse of how do you share. Coming back to our presentation, the next one is write. Now, this is something which, with time, the more evolved you get, you can start doing. Let me quickly give you a live demo of write. Write is again fairly simple. Give me a second. Let me show you some examples. Let me go to my own profile and let me go to a little bit of history of my own writing. All right. If I come on to my activities and if I go on to my post, this is wherever I have written something and I have posted. I'll not show you my more recent post. I'll show you the older post, maybe a couple of years older. The recent posts are a little more higher degree of writing. I'll come on to that. What is that higher degree? That's the 7th strategy. But before that, let's look at a more simpler form of writing. I don't want to directly overburden you with too much. Let's go one after the other. Just give me a minute. You can see a lot of images. We will touch on what those images are. All right, some simpler form of writing. Let's look at this one. A simple line saying, we have touched the tip of the iceberg, yet this is just the tip of the iceberg. Digital quotient is going to be of paramount importance. So this is me sharing my thoughts on digital quotient. Why? Because I feel digital is going to be a huge thing. In your career, were you ever asked to think long term? In today's VUCA world, current situation, short term versus long term, balance, etc., etc. If you see over here, I have also said requesting your insights. Naveen, Sampark, Mudit, Chirag, etc., etc. Few people from my network, I've asked them to share their insight. Let's look at a few more ideas. Did you boost your immunity with vitamin C or turmeric? I think everyone did that during the lockdown. And my thought over there is, so are you someone who decided to enhance your immunity consciously and proactively? What about professionally? What were your learning vitamins that you consume? What are your learning jadi booty? So thoughts that I get, thoughts which are relevant, thoughts which are motivating, inspirational, thoughts which are about the subject matter that I want to be an expert in, one can go and share. Simple words, no too much of effort to be put in, but a little bit of thought. It has to be something of value for your network. The last strategy, which is media. Now, media requires little more or little extra effort. So if I look over here, back onto some of the content that I have shared, let me try and pick some content which may be of value for you guys. Yeah, this one sounds good. So there is an article that I wrote on LinkedIn. I created this infographic and I've shared it on LinkedIn. Let's move on to the link of the article. The name of the article is 7 selection criteria that recruiters attempt to know about a candidate. I think out of the 180, 190 students present over here today, many of you are from TY and many of you would be applying for a job. So candidate company Shubh Mangal recruitment. That's what I named the article. It's about how do you create that marriage, or that today's world marriage may not be the right thing, but yeah, that live-in relationship between the candidate, that love story, no matter how long or short term it is, between the candidate and the company. So what are those 7 criteria basis with that love marriage or that live-in relationship gets finalized? I mentioned those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see the first infographic had only the numbers 1 to 7. The second infographic has a name, the 7 C's that I call, which are relevant for the selection criteria. And I think my third infographic which is here, also has a small definition to make it easy and quick. So this is media. Media is image, media is videos. You can record your own videos. Media could be a podcast. That is higher order content, which you start sharing probably with time. Some of us are lucky, some of us are good at it, and we can do it early also. But yeah, I've kind of ordered them 1 to 7 in a way that, easier things first and things which require more thought process, more time, more effort later. So with that, I have shared the 7 strategies which I think are for you to connect to the recruiters, create some kind of opportunity for yourself on LinkedIn through which you can social network, adding people, connecting to people, following people. Those are ways of building your professional network. And more active you are on LinkedIn, the more posts you like, the more comments you share, the more information you write. People read that. They may not comment on it, talk about it today, but they are connecting with you. That's a moment of truth between you and them, right? For marketing guys, you know the concept of moment of truth. It's a moment of truth between you and them. So they are connecting with you or with your content, either or. Now, how will this enhance performance? How will it ensure that, you being on LinkedIn, what is it apart from these 7 things that you can do through which your reach goes up? Any ideas on that? Can I get at least 1 or 2 answers on this, and then we will move on to the next section of the presentation. So let's say today you start liking, commenting, giving thumbs up, adding people. There is one thing that you can do where instead of shooting 1 arrow the way we do in Mahabharata, you will shoot 3 arrows the way we do in the Bahubali movie. How do you do that? Any thoughts? Vishaka, Sunita, Satyam, Sakshi, Chinmay, Pranjal, Simran. Tushar, Raghav, think about it. How do you fire 3 arrows instead of firing 1 arrow? Nidhi Shah, Vidhi, Gorasia, Banmeet Singh, Pankaj, Devanshi, come on, socho guys. How do you fire 3 arrows instead of 1? Fire, shoot.
Sir, maybe it is teamwork.
All right, Satyam, I feel that, today's audience is very smart. First shot mein right answer de dete ho. Yes, it's a lot about teamwork. And how do you do teamwork on LinkedIn? How do you do teamwork on LinkedIn? I gave you some ideas while I was speaking. Those of you who heard carefully would have got some ideas.
By connecting people with similar industries or various industries as well.
Yes, very good. Connect your friends to others. One idea, Sahil, you're right. What other ideas? Yes, Jasleen.
Comment your ideas.
Come again.
Comment your ideas.
Yes, comment your ideas on each other's posts. So today, if Pranjal Panjwani writes something, Jasleen comes and comments on it. If Chinmay comes and comments on it, if Sakshi comes and comments on it, it circulates in everybody's network. So if you do that, also your comment circulates on their network. So if Jasleen comments on Pranjal's ideas, Jasleen's comments are visible to Pranjal's network and visible to networks of anyone else who has commented on Pranjal's ideas. So it's a give and take economy. You remember the word exchange we spoke about when we were defining networking? It's an exchange. If you be close, nahi, it's only for me, I don't want to share. Boss, LinkedIn is made in such a way that you will not benefit. The more you give, it amplifies, and double triple is what you get. So idea is to give. Jitna doge uska double triple milega. There's a lot of abundance in life and on LinkedIn. So Same like that image that you see from the movie Bahubali, you need to shoot more and more arrows, right? Okay, moving forward. Now, I will try and keep this part brief. I will go a little fast, so you guys will have to catch up with my speed. When it comes up to, once you build your profile, once you have started building, it's an ongoing process. Once you are building your professional network, and since you are from TY, and you'll be getting into the job market, what all you need to do or you can do to increase your chance of getting your placement quick. Let me share a little on that. So what happens is any recruiting organization, they are interested in the core value system of the person. Okay, they are interested in knowledge, skills, attitude, capabilities. I'm sure KSA you have heard of in your HR sessions. These days, they are interested in the 7 quotients. It's not only intellect, it's not only emotional quotient, it's also your digital quotient, your adaptability quotient, etc. They look at your education and institute brand, and you guys should all be thankful. At least I personally am. You should be thankful, and you should feel blessed that you are graduating outside from an institute like HR College, which is a renowned and has a lot of brand value. Professional networking, that's one pillar that we already touched. There are 5 more pillars: learning and development, practical exposure, leveraging connections, a perfect resume, and preparing for your call. These are essential to be a high demand professional. And my assumption is that every single person who's taken out time to be in this session on a Sunday is wanting to be that high demand professional, right? You want to be that person in demand. High demand, low supply. What does that lead to? Economics questions. Kaun answer karega? If you are high in demand and low on supply, what does that lead to?
Rise in prices.
Okay. High demand professional, low demand of supply of that professional skills, competencies, knowledge, ability in market. What does that lead to?
Retention and promotion.
Retention, promotion, higher CTC, better responsibilities, better work, larger teams. ये सब किसको चाहिए लाइफ में? Everyone who wants a professional job. Think of it as a startup now, okay? High on demand. If your product, services, your skills, your competencies, your startup is high on demand. Low on supply. Same applies for a startup. Right. So professional networking is today's topic. I have touched in depth on this. The other 5, I'm going to quickly breeze through them because they are all interconnected. All right. I can see a boy and a girl. I would like to see you guys having the same feeling. So towards the end of the session, we will have a quick, put on your video, click a photo, and I want to see you guys doing pose like this, something that you have already achieved in life. So think about the pose that you're going to give when we switch on the videos. Let's move forward. Professional networking. How active am I on LinkedIn? Now there is one promise that I want you guys to make. Okay, while I said it almost 3 times that you guys are amazing, you guys have taken out time on a Sunday and you're listening to session. I'm not bad either, no? I'm taking out time and spending with you guys on Sunday. Even I have other things to do. I would have also been able to do some other things of my interest. So you will have to make me one promise. If I'm spending time, there should be something that I get in return, right? मैंने कहा था professional networking is about exchange. I want one thing from you guys in return, and I want you all to promise that as soon as this session is going on and gets over, each one of you will have created a LinkedIn ID. Each one of you should have a LinkedIn profile. Each one of you should have connected with at least 10 people. You should have at least done a like to one post, commented on one post. चलो कमेंट मत करो, but at least like तो कर सकते हो, उसमें दिमाग नहीं लगाना पड़ता है, simple है. So 180-200 students in this session. Every single student from HR college today onwards to be active on LinkedIn. That is one promise that I want from you guys. That is when I will feel my time, your time was worth. Otherwise, not sure if it was worth. So do I have that promise from you? Can you put it on chat? Can you say, yes, I promise? Can you put it on chat? Can you give me a thumbs up on Zoom? Can you mute off yourself and say, yes, I promise? By the way, ये promise का benefit सबसे ज्यादा किसको मिलेगा? आपको मिलेगा या मेरे को मिलेगा? Who's going to be the most beneficial person over here? Great. I can see many one of us promising, many of you saying, yes, us, we are the people who are going to benefit. Thank you so much for your responses. I love that you guys are interacting with me, though on chat. I would have preferred a lot of talking, but chat is also good enough for me. Moving forward and being mindful of time. Learning and development. What new did I learn in the last 3 years? What new certifications did I receive? So we are college degree is something that you guys are doing, but is that enough? Have you heard of LinkedIn Learning? Have you heard of Coursera? Have you heard of edX? Have you heard of Udemy? Have you heard is level 1? Logged in is level 2. Started a course is level 3. Completed at least one course. Got certified yourself is level 4. You guys are so lucky. You have access to the best of the world of content. You can have a degree from HR college and you can have certification from the best universities of the world. Harvard, MIT, Michigan. Come on, guys. What certifications have you received? So that is something that I want to urge you to look at. Question comes, certification to karna chahiye. What topic do I do it on? So I made a list from LinkedIn Learning on some topics. I also have links to them. And at the end of today's session, if I feel you guys have been a good audience, I will copy paste this link on chat so that you have a easy access. किसी और ने research कर लिया. Why do I research? मैं link पे click करता हूँ, मैं login करता हूँ, and you know I can take the course. LinkedIn provides, I think, a 1 month free membership. They ask for your credit card details, and you know within a month, whatever you consume, it's free. However, you will have to remember and deactivate before the month gets over. Otherwise, you are charged for the next month. You can also buy the membership for a few months. Practical exposure. How do I gain practical exposure? How many internships can I do? College एक summer internship कराता है, but is one enough? Is one maximum? Can I do more? A little detail on getting a job, getting an internship. Yeah, corporate internship is one type of an internship. What about institute internship? You have a free option to do an internship in HR college, right? You can be part of any of the committees. That's an internship. You're doing some work and it has value. My first job after MBA, first interview, Asian Paints, one of the questions, what value add have you done for your institute? Have you been active? What were you active in? What exactly did you do? How did it add value? This was a zone in which one section, almost 5-7 minutes of the interview revolved around. So my question to you, you've been in HR for 3 years. What have you done for the institute? Have you contributed? You still have time and you can keep contributing. I continue to contribute. Every year I come for at least 1, 2, 3 sessions. You can do an internship with an NGO. You can do an internship with a retail shop. Bhai, koi bhi pehchan wale ke shop pe jaake baith jao 1 mahine ke liye. You will learn something. You are in finance, go to any CA, do just the data entry. You will learn something. You want to do HR, go to society meeting. You all live in good societies. Just attend the meeting. You will learn something. Take a social problem, take a business problem, solve it if you are an entrepreneur. That's your, attempt to being an entrepreneur. Leveraging connections, perfect resume, preparation for the call. Let's look at these 3 also. Leveraging connections. Yeah, networking is not about having 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people on your LinkedIn, having 500 people on your Insta channel. It is about the exchange, the interaction. You remember the word interaction in the definition of networking? Call, email, message, and personally, preferably, not mass. That is leveraging connections. You need to connect with them. You need to, it's okay to even call and ask. You don't have to give. I know you guys are young professionals. You can ask for support, ask for connection, ask for help, ask for mentoring. There are so many people who are willing to do that for free. Okay, people want to share their experience. They will share it. So feel free. आप पूछ के तो देखो ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा, रिप्लाई नहीं आएगा ना. Worst case scenario, you will not get a reply. Nothing more than that is going to happen. उससे ज्यादा worst case क्या होगा? They will write to Manish Punjabi, to Dr. Naveen Punjabi, to Dr. Pooja saying, you know, what have you taught to your kids? Why are they reaching out to me? And we will come and give you a pat on your back as long as when you have reached, you have written something sense that good job, you know, you're trying. If you try, you will succeed. If you don't try, you are definitely not going to succeed. Perfect resume. Resume is your pitch story. Resume is your brochure, is your pamphlet, it's your presentation, it's your advertising. Package it well, yeah. Make it look good. Let it talk the best of you. And there's only one person who knows the best of you. You yourself. Technically, also your group, your close friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, they also know a lot about you. But yeah, you yourself know a lot about yourself. So make sure you write it in the best fashion. Prepare for your call, research on the internet. If you know an insider, if you know what's going on in the organization, if you know more about the culture, if you know the organization, that makes it easy for you to get in. That brings me back to today's session. How do you have an insider? How do you know about the organization? How do you know about the culture? How do you know what do they want? How do you know about their business ambitions, their plans? What is one of the best routes for that?
Network.
On chat. Network, yes. Who mentioned this? Can I have your name, please?
Sunita.
Sunita Mistry, thank you so much once again. You can unmute and share. How do you get to know all of this, friends?
Sir, reaching out to people who are already working over there to get better.
Very good, Satyam. How and where will you reach? Do you already have 500,000 people who are working in the corporate world and you know them?
No, sir, via LinkedIn, we can connect to
Yes.
them and just send them a well-drafted message so that they also know that we are trying to learn something new about the organization.
Shabash, Pritam. That's so well said by you. You did not leave the answer with just LinkedIn. You also mentioned how, what. Amazing. Thanks for sharing that for everyone's knowledge. Easy. How many seniors do you know whom you have matlab interacted with? Networking is interacting. Okay. Network is not knowing the name of the person, saying, oh, you know what, that senior, she looks so beautiful. That senior, he looks so handsome. That is not networking. How many seniors have you interacted with? Give me a number on the chat box, or you can unmute and tell. Okay, I'm waiting for your answers. How many seniors have you interacted with? Interaction obviously means thoda hi hello se zyada. 4 5 4 5 12 3 to 4 3 to 4 0 है तो वो भी लिख के भेज सकते हो, 1 और 2 है तो वो भी लिख के भेज सकते हो. 2 to 3 1 to 2 2 to 3 3 to 4. By the way, I am an alumni of HR college. I completed my MCom from HR. And by the way, I'm a student of HR college. I'm pursuing my PhD from HR college. And I'm working in the corporate world. So do I have an affinity towards HR? If someone from HR adds me, will I say a no to that? If someone comments, talks, interacts, will I say a no to that? I love HR college. I love all the students of HR college. It's as simple as that. So I see average seems to be 3 to 4, 5 to 6. Next question. How many alumni of HR college exist? On chat, unmute. सोच में पड़ गए सब लोग. The smart people know what my next question is going to be. Who wants to predict my next question? Satyam says thousands of students. Thousands छोटा है Satyam, lakhs में होंगे भैया. How long has HR college existed? Think bigger. Come on, guys, you are all very smart. Preempt my next question. How many alumni do you know? I already asked that. 3 to 4, 5 to 6 is what you mentioned. How many alumni exist? न्यूमरेटर मिल गया, डिनोमिनेटर मिल गया, और मैंने एक हिंट भी दे दिया. अभी बताओ, व्हाट्स माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन?
Sir, how many you have reached? Like, how many of them we have reached?
How many of them you have reached was my first question. 3, 4 is whom you know because you have reached them. My second question was how many exist? Lakhs. Numerator, denominator. Numerator by denominator into 100. क्या होता है वो?
Probably the question might be how many of whom we have interacted with or spoke to them about their corporate life, or how is it going?
That's the numerator. Himanshu has given the answer. How much percentage do you know? What percentage is 4 or 5 divided by, let's say, 10 lakhs, assuming there are 10 lakh alumni, or let's say 1 lakh alumni. Chalo. 1 lakh alumni, you have interacted with 4 to 5. क्या percentage हुआ? Minuscule. Sunita is doing like this. Almost close to 0. So world of opportunity out there. Yes. So after today's session, can I expect everyone to have a LinkedIn account? Can I expect everyone to, at least your immediate senior batch, your own batchmates, your professors? How many of you have Dr. Naveen Punjabi on your friend list on LinkedIn? I'm taking Naveen's name, but any of the professors. Dr. Pooja Ramchandani. How many of you have her on our LinkedIn? So that is something that I'm going to expect from you guys. My next question. Which of the 7 strategies to expand network and attract opportunities will you use? And it's a multi-answer question, okay? You don't have to give one answer. You can give multiple. You can say, मैं ये भी करूँगा, वो भी करूँगा, मैं 2 करूँगा, 3 करूँगा. So if I can get everyone to once again log on to www.menti.com. The passcode remains the same. The passcode is 54304928. I'll put it on chat for everyone's ease. www.menti.com. Passcode is 54304928. And I'm going to share my screen, experience the magic of Menti. थोड़ा fun भी तो होना, ऐसे छोटे-छोटे balls coming like this, giving you a percentage. I can see 21 of you have responded. I'm waiting for at least us to cross 100 responses. Very good. 38 of us have responded. I see a lot of smart guys out here and smart girls. Okay, I think I clicked on something. I don't know what. Okay, back. You guys can see my screen. Is that correct? I have 70 plus responses. I'm going to wait for a few more minutes, maybe a minute more. Guys, www.menti.com. Passcode is 54304928. Okay, let me also make it easy for some of you. I've got an idea. All right, how about this? I will post a few comments on the chat box. The first one is my LinkedIn profile. I would love to connect with you guys. Those of you who are interested to connect with me, you can click on the link, go on to LinkedIn and add me, follow me, connect with me. Let me see a few more links that I can share. The second link is that of Dr. Naveen Punjabi. He is one of your professors. I'm sure he'll be happy to add. Third link is link of Miss Khushi Raj Prohit. How many of you know Khushi? How many of you are connected with her on LinkedIn?
250, 200.
250, 200. Okay. I can see the responses. Okay, where did my screen go? Yeah. So I can see 16% like, 16% follow, 19% connect, 15% comment, 14% share, 13% write, 8% media. 80 plus of you have responded. While the others are responding, let me change screen and let me come back to LinkedIn and let me show you something. I have a paid login which gives me access to LinkedIn Learning. It also gives me access to some premium services. So if I go onto my profile, let me show you something good which some of the HR college students have done. Okay. I have 601 profile views in the recent past. 600 people have viewed my profile. Okay. Let me show you a few of the names. I know Jai has viewed it sometime back, a minute back. Debolina Ghosh has viewed. Jasleen has viewed. Laksh has viewed. You see over here, viewed 1 minute back. Thank you guys for viewing my profile. As soon as you start adding me, I will see the notification over here. So on chat, I will copy paste my profile link again. If some of you can add me, I can give you a live demo of how the notification goes up. And I want to show you something else also. I'm just scrolling down to show that to you. ये सब 1 minute 2 minute ago का है. Seven minutes, 16 minutes. So I pasted my link a few minutes ago. 16 minutes ago, someone had gone to my ID. 26 minutes, 36 minutes ago, someone had gone to my ID. Do you see people are creating a perception about you even before? Now let me take the name of Namita Makijani. Namita, are you part of the placements team?
Yes, sir.
When did Namita view my profile? Even before me coming to the session. Arey yaar, it went down. Now, as a professional, that makes me feel happy that, you know what, I've got an audience who already knows a little about me. I don't have to spend time introducing myself. Did I introduce myself? Hi, Namita, I'm sending you a friend request and I'm pasting your profile on chat so that everyone can add you. 12 hours ago. Ishita Sangi, 13 hours ago. Okay, let's give you a quick demo of. Can you see this? Am I going to say a no to someone? Ideally, I'm not going to say a no, but if I have doubt on the profile, I will say a no to that person, or I will hold on, watch that profile for a few days. So I'll accept everyone later. Right now, I'm just accepting a few to show you it's as simple as this to accept. And I was also trying to see, you know, how many of you have written a message. Ritik Bansal would like to learn from you. Regards, Ritik. Thanks, Ritik. I would love to share whatever little bit I know. Ritik ne chat pe bhi dala hai, would like to learn from you. Definitely. Oh, sorry, chat pe nahi. This is the LinkedIn chat where it says I would like to learn from you. Thanks, Ritik. So you see the power of LinkedIn, how quick, how easy. Let me also, since we are doing a live demo, share with you a couple of articles. For the previous Pulse sessions, I have shared it after the session. You guys are a well-evolved audience. Let me give you a few articles which are of use to you. But instead of giving it later, I'll give it to you right now on chat. These are articles which I have written. You choose how much you want to make out of them. I'm giving 3 articles and then I will also on demo quickly show you what the article is on. You can read it on your free time. They're not more than 4-5 minutes read. उससे ज़्यादा लिखने का टाइम भी नहीं है किसी के पास. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you can start off by reading some of them if you like it. One article is 7 selection criteria. I think that is something which will help you guys. The other article Let me recollect which one did I shortlist for you. The other article is on learning agility, and the third article, learning agility, is something which I would strongly recommend everyone to work on. And the third article is on, oh, this one is a good one for you guys. The 7 P's of induction. Very soon you're going to join some company, right? How do you ensure that you make the most out of your induction period, the first 30, 60, 90 days? That is what this article is about. Aditya, I'll read your message soon and revert. So if I go on to this article of mine was published in Economic Times HR World. Interesting. Obviously, I'll find my own article interesting. As per me, it is interesting for you. You guys read, your choice. If you find it interesting, great. If you don't find it interesting, 5 minutes chala jayega. So as per me, this will help you, make your induction better. And I say that, it's a strategy to reduce time to performance of new employees and to speed up your time to growth. Everyone wants to grow in the corporate world, right? And everyone wants to grow fast. That is what this article will do for you. Coming back to my presentation. So now we all know what networking, professional networking is all about. I've given you a practical demo, not just given gyan, given something which you can practically use. Do you guys want these 5 links? Please mute off and answer, or on chat. Do you guys want
Yes, sir.
the 5 links?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Give and take. You give me something, I will give you something in return. You have to apply what you learned today. You have to create a LinkedIn profile. You have to go add a few people. You have to go and like a few posts. You have to go and comment on a few posts. इतने सारे alumni हैं, इतने सारे professors हैं. Will we do that? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great. देखो इसमें फायदा आपका है, okay? Do you want me to share 3 to 5 best practices on LinkedIn by the student community? Do you want to see some live demo? Because it's 12 o'clock. Yes, no, no भी बोल सकते हो, जरूरी नहीं है yes बोलना है. मैं कोई मार्क्स नहीं देने वाला हूँ. मैं तुमको एक्चुअली रिक्रूट करने नहीं आया हूँ. रिक्रूट करने के लिए प्लेसमेंट टीम is working. They are going to get people. Okay, I see a lot of yeses. So thank you for that. And I'll show you 3 examples. Okay, I researched them I worked on them last night only to make it a little relevant for you guys. Okay, let me give you a quick live demo. Let me share the LinkedIn screen again. Here we are. I'll show you a few profiles. I've typed AIR6. Who knows the meaning of AIR?
All India rank.
All India rank.
All right, shabash. बहुत evolved crowd है हमारा. All India rank 6. And I have mentioned Aditya Birla Group. That's the organization that I'm part of currently. And I can see few profiles. Let me click on people. Okay, I see some Saurabh, who is manager at LitCab. Okay, maybe I should look at company name and put Aditya Birla Group and show results. Okay, Nandita Masan. I know this girl. She is in my network. Met her recently. Look at her. Her LinkedIn profile says CA final AIR 6, CA IPCC AIR 27, KPMG, corporate strategy at Aditya Birla Group. Since when is she working? Just 3 years, okay? But a pretty good LinkedIn profile. If I'm a recruiter and looking for someone with 3 years of work ex, activities and societies, ye dekho. She's spoken about stuff she has done in her college. Remember, I was telling you, you should do something for your institute. CA final, IPCC, CPT, scores dala hai. Let me show you another example. Live, okay? मैंने उसको नहीं बोला ऐसा profile बनाने को, but I'm showing you some best practices that people already do. Second example for you guys. I'm taking Aditya Birla because I know these people. Gold medalist. Chalo, I don't know this girl, but let's see. Good, beautiful looking girl. Assistant Vice President. Gold medalist. CA ranker. Aditya Birla group. Okay, she's part of my group. Great. Do you see how she's mentioned CA ranker, gold medalist? Look at her. She's put her awards. This is her writing content, a post that she has created where she talks about, do you see hashtags over here? Do you see she thanking people on comments for people who have commented? Look at the kind of people who have commented. Executive Vice President. I know that individual. That's why I took his name. A very, very senior guy in the industry. CEO of Birla Copper. That's a big organization. And that organization CEO, Rohit Pathak, he's a big repute leader in the industry. That's the power of social networking, guys. Now she's part of the group. I don't know her. So I just come over here. Good to know people like her. I will exchange thoughts with her someday. I'm not writing a comment because I want to save your time. Ideally, I would have written a comment. So she's been in Aditya Birla group for a while. CA. You see, she's put photos of her winning awards. कौन सा recruiter इसको नहीं recruit करना चाहिएगा? Why do you think Aditya Birla recruited a person like her? Online licenses and certificates. She's been studying social media marketing, online brokers training, high impact presentation from Dale Carnegie. Seems to be a good professional, emerging leader of the year, promising star of the year. Award winning hai, boss. All India rank 40. Do you see profiles of young professionals? I wouldn't say students, but you see they have also spoken about their college life. That's why their name. I'll show you a couple more. Last two, and then we'll wrap up the session. Rashri Sen, again, Aditya Birla Group, couple of years of experience. Winner of Head Start. How did she get a PPO? Recorded video. Dare to compete. She's present on that site. Okay, let me give one last example. Ashutosh, batch of 21. Recent joinee, I mentioned student life, ex-Racket, ex-Cognizant, national winner, ABG Head Start winner, national semi-finalist, Mintra, style-based, guest lectures team in SEM HRD. He's talking about his college work right in his profile statement itself. Look at the images, look at how active he is. Education, license, certificates, Udemy पे courses किया है. Projects, you can talk about your projects, you can talk about your dissertation project, etc. So guys, I think those were quite a few strategies which student community has used or young professionals have used. ऐसा नहीं है कि it's only for the older guys. Here's my QR code. Those who have still not added me, you can scan the QR code, add me. Would love to stay connected. Thank you so much, HR College. Thank you so much, HSNC Board. Thank you so much, Pooja Madam, Dr. Naveen Punjabi, Placement Committee, Khushi for being behind me. I'm so sorry, Khushi. I did not answer many of your calls. Too busy. I am not on purpose. With due respect to you, a big thanks to the entire placement team. I think Kshitij, Hamam, Milind, Diya Masand, Namita. Big thanks to guys जिन लोग का मैंने प्रोफाइल विदाउट परमिशन दिखा दिया, खुशी एंड नमिता, और आप लोग का लिंक भी सब लोग के साथ शेयर कर दिया. एंड अ बिग थैंक्स टू गाइज हु interacted with me on chat, on person, and the names that I displayed on screen. Any quick questions? Questions not on chat, questions only on talking. I'm not going to read chat anymore. I would prefer to talk with you guys. Any quick questions? Okay, till the time people are thinking about questions, may I request Khushi to
Yes, sir.
take me out of spotlight and put the entire community on spotlight, and Let's do a quick selfie. Let's have your favorite pose, a thumbs up, a V, a victory pose. Think in your mind. Imagine you've got your dream job in your mind. Imagine that your startup, your business idea is successful. In your mind, imagine you're doing something great. And with that feeling, get a smile on your face and give me a good selfie. All right. Imagine you achieved. Naman Kotari says means a lot. Means a lot to me also. Yeah, if you guys are successful, I'll be happy. I think you are on spotlight now. You as in Khushi. Okay, I see everyone has kept real background. So I'm going to change my background from virtual background to real background. Better? Do we have the gallery mode? I can't see everyone. Oh yeah, now I can see everyone. My screen was showing presenter mode instead of gallery. Guys, I can still see many of you have not put on your video. Would love for you to put on your video. Ayush, Purva, Rutika. मैंने स्टार्टिंग में बोला था तो you had time to make your hair, put on your lip gloss, lipstick, lip balm, eyeliner. For the guys, all your gel, the new funky hairstyles that you guys create these days. हम तो यार पता नहीं since how many decades ये same side parting वाले लोग हैं. आप लोग आजकल अच्छे दिखते हो. You guys do a lot of good stuff. Let it be visible on cam. I can see Ishika not putting on, Purva and Rutika and Namita. Namita, why have you not put on your camera? All right, we'll wait for a few more seconds. And whenever Khushi gives us a thumbs up, we can do whatever pose we want to do. Rutika says low bandwidth. Okay. 2 minutes. Right, my daughter is calling me. Khushi, whenever you say that everyone is ready. All right, so guys, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm doing thumbs up. You can do whatever pose you want to do. Just feel that you're a winner, which you are. If you're in HR college, you're graduating, you're a winner. Not everyone gets this opportunity. All right, Khushi, I hope you've taken a few screenshots.
Yes, sir. On behalf of the placement cell of HR College, I would like to formally thank Mr. Manish Punjabi for conducting this insightful session and engaging with the students. It was very informative and helpful. I would like to extend our vote of thanks to our principal, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, for all the support and guidance. Dear students, I request you to fill the feedback form. The link is present in the chat box. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, sir.
Okay, on chat, I'm also going to share a few links that I had promised, the courses that you can go ahead and do. So just give me a second. All right, I have them. Khushi, you may also share it on mail with the guys if you want.
Yes, sir, we'll do that.
Okay, why is this not coming as a link? It should have come as a link. Okay, not coming as a link. Just hold on. I believe now it should come as a link. Let me retry. No, still not coming as a link. Okay, Khushi, what we will do is I'll email the links to you and you can email it to the team.
Sure, sir, we'll do that.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Any do we have time for questions or for those who want to stay back? Okay, guys, 5 minutes, quick questions. Anyone, any question? We'll take just 2, 3. So think and ask good questions for everyone's benefit. Okay, looks like it's late. Everyone wants to rush. Okay, in that case, any questions, chat pe dal do, I'll revert it to you. LinkedIn chat pe dal dena. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.